Hi everyone, it's Sarah here from Spiritual Events and Directory. I'm just about to have a chat with Rebecca Lee from Unlock Your Love Blocks. Rebecca works with men and women from all over the world to help them connect in with their divine selves so they are free to step into love and purpose. She believes that many of her clients are awakened or awakening to be part of a great shift happening in our human evolution, where more people will be called to lead the way through their purposeful careers and their divine intimate relationships.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you going? Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you. I'm excited.
Thank you. So am I. I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say today. So yeah, it'll be really cool. So Rebecca, can you just tell me about you?
Okay. Well, I work as an intuitive coach. I work with people on many levels. I have an intuitive gift, a clairvoyant gift, so I'm able to tune into what's happening in people's energy systems and what's happening in their soul. And I seem to have this ability to sense into what people's blocks are. And when I say blocks, and of course I've termed them love blocks, it's the things inside of us that prevent us from loving ourselves, that prevent us from feeling comfortable to express and be ourselves in the world, and be able to really attract the type of lover that can give that in return, and create this love. And I work with a lot of people that are really looking to step into their life purpose. A lot of people I work with are very intuitive, very sensitive, the empaths, the psychics, the healers, and they're really wanting to create a change in the world. So I'm able to just help people have a look and see what's blocking them inside, and really understand how it's been created, why it's there, what is the learning that someone needs to take from that block, and how to let it go. So I work very much on an energy level and a soul level, and helping just to kind of free the soul and free the mind, and get the energy right, so things can start shifting around people, so they can really create their relationship how they want it to be, or attract the person that they're really seeking.
Yeah.
And of course, to really step into purpose. So my goal is really about helping people to step into their divine self.
Yeah. Awesome. And can you tell me what Unlock Your Love Blocks is all about?
Okay. So very, very much the same. It's about just understanding, how the blocks have been created, and what how they're preventing people from stepping forward. Yeah.
And how did you come up with the need for this service and program?
Well, pretty much from my own need. Okay. Well, I actually used to work for local government. I was a rehabilitation officer, so I worked with staff that were injured at work, and or people that were stressed from work and needed some time off. So there's a lot of that happens. And what I could see in my role is, because part of my role was to get people back into the workforce, and as soon as possible. And I was constantly coming up against blocks with people really not wanting to come back to work. And I could see that the problem wasn't just the injury or the stress. I was actually starting to sense and clairvoyantly see that there were deeper issues going on. They often were not in their purpose, and they needed to have some time out and acquire themselves. Often I knew that they were having problems with their relationships, and and it was affecting, even having problems, and stresses in home can really have your energy system imbalanced, and people can on some level create an injury. Do you know what I mean? And that's not being negative or putting anybody down or anything. I'm looking at everything from an energetic level. But I felt really limited in my role to be able to help them. Like working in a government, I'm not going to be like, oh, I can see this energy block here. This is when I can see when it was created, when this happened when you were 5, and we really need to work on that. Like, so it wasn't the place for me to do that, but I could certainly see how I would really help with their insurance if I could work with them how I work now. But yeah, so it wasn't. It was just really when I started seeing and understanding what I could see in people, and then of course myself and my own life. Prior to that, I had worked for another government agency, and I actually had to leave my job because of sexual harassment.
Okay.
And at the same time, I had left my ex-fiance, and my whole world just, completely tumbled down. And I realized I really needed to understand what was happening inside of myself, because I was very ambitious, and I, not only to, do something with my life, with my work, but I really wanted a fantastic relationship. My ex was not open on any level, and I found that really difficult. And I really just came to understand that I needed to look at myself. I had low confidence, and I didn't feel really worthy. I had a lot of family stuff happen in my life. So it's really been a journey over a few years. So I ended up discovering the work of energy. I ended up discovering the work of family constellations. I did some psychology for a while. So all these kind of things. And it's interesting. Spirit gave me the name Unlock Your Love Blocks. And I really didn't completely understand it at the start. I've actually had to grow into it and understand what it is, and go on my own journey. And I've been able to create a really fantastic relationship with my husband, and I feel like that I have more and more connected with my divine self, and been able to really drop a lot of the protection and armor and the things that we project out into the world to keep ourselves safe. I've been able to drop a lot of those protections and allow myself more of my true self to come through. So
that's cool. And so, all right, let's do something. How could you help, say, me if I want to unlock my love blocks?
Yeah.
What
okay.
advice
So
would you give me? Because I need help in this area.
okay.
I've done lots and I am doing lots of work, but your advice would be awesome.
Yeah, okay. Well, pretty much if you rang me for a session and I was on the phone to you, so I would pretty much just have a bit of a chat to you first and ask you, what you're really sitting with, like what's the emotion that you feel most in your life, like, where are you being stuck? And pretty much like usually I would chat to someone for about a minute or two, and I'll just start sensing different energy blocks in their system. Do you want me to start doing that with you? Or should I just talk about what I do? No, okay, that might be too private to do. Okay, shut down. So
you're starting to connect with me.
Okay, all right. So we won't do that, but
tell everyone my blocks.
Gonna really put you out there, Sarah. Maybe next time.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
a private
you and I.
Yes. No, pretty much I'd just start sensing into, you know, the energy. So I would start seeing your energy field, and I would just see, you know, I would see somehow or feel somehow blocks in your different chakras, and sometimes it might be in different organs of your body. And then I just start getting the information about when this block might have taken place, how it's happened, what age it could have been. A lot of the times it could be past life stuff as well. And in a session, I'd probably pick up probably 2 blocks is usually all we have time for. And then so I would just give the client information about the block and what's happening. And then we go through a bit of a healing process of, you know, what it's going to take to release it. The client will talk about their feelings around that. This is how it's been affecting my life. This is how it's blocking me. This is why this happened in this relationship, or this happened with that job, you know, all sorts of things. So, and then we go through a healing and, you know, and just really work. And it's different for everybody, to be quite honest, what I see come through. But, you know, that's generally the process. A lot of the times I'll have different ancestors come through. We carry a lot of stuff down the family line. So often I will have my room filled of, you know, grandmothers or grandfathers and different ancestors, you know, because they're really keen to help. You know, this affects them as well. So they're really keen to help my clients heal. So they will give me information about, you know, what's kind of carried down on the line. I might see what generation where this block started and how it's affected, you know, each person down the line. And they'll usually give me information that needs to be told to the client, which they on some level understand. Yeah. And then a whole other healing process will take place, and I'll literally just describe what I'm seeing and, you know, what's actually happening. So a lot of energy work and, you know, so
with the program that you do, so is it like, would we do something like we'd get like exercises to do or anything like that? Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So it's a 12-week online program. So basically I've come up with 12 keys that I think is really important from my own experience in my own work of what we need to work through to make a really big shift in our life. So there's 12 different keys each week. So there's a module for each week, and there's also a live call with me on the phone. So everyone will have a module and work through some, you know, read some information. There'll be some exercises at home. There'll be a live call with me, and everyone will be able to chat with each other about the different modules in High Vibration City, which is basically a membership platform that I've created for people that are really wanting to clear their blocks and work through their stuff and want to be accountable and responsible for having a really high vibrating life and really being who they are and wanting to be around more people that are like that. And, you know, in the long run, I'm hoping that what's in the pipeline, it'll be a place where people can, you know, meet their divine lover and you know, whatever. So that's that. But yeah, from this place, that will be the start. There'll be a private place where people can really talk on a deep level. I find on Facebook that, you know, I don't think that people talk on the level that I would like to talk on Facebook. That's really why I created the city, because, you know, I can just really get into it. And I know a lot of my clients would like to, but, you know, not on Facebook.
Exactly. You can do the communities though, private little communities.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's cool. You've created that on a website.
I've just started something new.
Yeah. Why not? It's nice. All right. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I love that. I've loved chatting with you. Thank you for that. So if anyone would like to work with you, where can we find you?
Yeah, so just at my website at Unlock Your Love Blocks, unlockyourloveblocks.com. So the program, so you can get an one-on-one session over the phone with me there, or the information about the online program is there. So that starts on the 29th of February is when the first module will be available. All calls will be recorded every week. So if anybody can't make the call, that's okay. They can listen to that. So we'll be talking about the nature of the soul entanglements that we have to, ex-lovers or family members, things like that. We'll be looking at soul contracts and how they can really hold us back. We'll be looking a lot about karma. So that's something big I've been, seeing and how, we need to move beyond the karma. And we're also going to talk a lot about soul relationships and how we have different soul relationships. So everybody's saying that they're looking for their soulmate, and
I'm like, no.
No, I'm saying we need to move beyond soulmates. So I really want to share my experience and my feelings around that, the different soulmate relationships, what they're about, what they're for, and why we need to move beyond that. So I'm encouraging people to unlock their blocks to allow more of their divine self to come through, so we can actually move from soulmates into divine love. Divine lovers is what I call them. So I'll talk about twin flames, companion souls, general soulmates, all that kind of thing. So I really want to share everything that I know about the soul. We'll be doing a lot about energy management, and how, a lot of people I work with are really sensitive to energy, and a lot of people don't know it at first. And when they learn some energy management techniques or become aware of subtle energy, that in itself can really shift people's lives. So and I'll work through the 12 chakra system, and we'll actually go through the 12 chakras and look at what age that each chakra develops and what blocks could be in that chakra from that age. So just quickly, we'll be talking about ancestors and family karma, grief, and how we can, a lot of people have lost loved ones and can really get stuck in that. So I want to teach people how they can move through grief into purpose, and just some little tips about how to connect with your loved one and just to have that connection still. Inner child stuff, working about, how our sensitive people heal from being raised by unawakened parents, our poor parents.
We love them, though.
Yeah. Yes, and just really really becoming aware of how our childhood has shaped us, and how that affects us in our relationships, and how our inner child gets triggered in our relationships all the time. So, bringing awareness to that and really questioning, am I responding as my child self here, or am I responding as my adult self? And just some tools of how to really be aware of that and how to work that in the relationship. We'll be looking at fear, worthiness, and, a lot of clearing a lot of shame that we have, not just on a child level, but on a soul level, and, different tools to manage our fear and cultivate courage and step through. So that's just a brief overview of the program.
Yeah, no,
it's going to be really good. I'm really excited. So.
And you're welcome. Thank you. And you've got a special. Have you got a special? Did you say to me?
Yes.
Oh, you do now?
Yes. So I'm offering it for half price up until midnight on Valentine's Day. So yes, and there's also a package if people want to buy the program, and can have 3 personal sessions with me as well. So I've really discounted those prices. So yes, that's at unlockyourloveblocks.com.
Cool. I'll have it all on here anyway. But thank you so much. It's been beautiful to talk to you, and I think I'm going to do your program.
Oh, really? Yay! That's awesome. I will have that session, hey?
Yeah, we might I did that once I stopped recording.
It was. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.